Apple released the MacBook Air I, which now occupies the top of some of our best of lists. However, the MacBook Air is still a great laptop. Watch the full review in this video. Reviewing the MacBook Air with the Intel-based MacBook Air core released last year to show how much has changed or hasn't. So let's get started. MacBook Air with MOM review. Performance. Most of the time, the MacBook Air with MOM felt performance-wise like it was identical, if not faster than the 2020 Core i5 MacBook Pro I've used to test Big Sur, or the 2017 Core i5 MacBook Pro work computer I relied upon. This includes when I connected an external monitor. Before this, I was a bit skeptical, even with Apple's boasts of 3.5x improved performance vs the Intel MacBook Air released earlier this year, because I've always pushed my MacBooks to the limit and needed a MacBook Pro, and not an Air, to do my work. The MacBook Air and MacBook Pro each took 9 minutes and 15 seconds to complete our handbrake Universal Video Conversion Test, which transcodes a 4K video to 1080p. Apple also guaranteed 2 times the speed of storage, and they delivered. On the Blackmagic Disk Speed Test, Intel, the 1TB SSD in the MacBook Air we tested achieved a read speed of 2,692 Mbps, or more than twice the 1,301.9 Mbps read rate from the Intel MacBook Air. MacBook Air with MOM review. Graphics. When we benchmarked Sid Meier's Civilization VI, Gathering Storm, Intel on the MacBook Air, where 1440x900 was the highest resolution supported. It ran at 37 frames per second, whopping the 7 FPS score we got from the Intel MacBook Air and coming in slightly under the MOM MacBook Pro's 38 FPS time, the ZenBook 13 and XPS 13, which could run that game at a slightly sharper 1080p posted rates of 21 and 16 FPS, respectively. MacBook Air with MOM review. Battery life. Apple promised its MOM chip would allow for all-day battery life, and it has achieved that goal. The new MacBook Air outlasted the ZenBook 13, 47 and XPS 13, 32 on our battery test, web browsing at 150 nits, lasting an incredible 14 hours and 41 minutes. 7. The OLED XPS 13, 59 achieved a considerably faster time. MacBook Air with MOM review. Webcam. I've wanted Apple to give its MacBooks a higher resolution camera, but they found another way to improve the MacBook for the Zoom era. The MOM chip features an image signal processor that makes you look better in several ways. MacBook Air with MOM review. Design. The MacBook Air with MOM looks and feels exactly like the early 2020 MacBook, and that's arguably the point. This MacBook Air has the same wedge-shaped machined aluminum chassis, available in gold, silver, and space gray that we're used to, as Apple seems to want to ease users into the Apple Silicon era. MacBook Air with MOM review. Display. We're still waiting on an OLED MacBook, as the Dell XPS 13 OLED just came out to get tons of applause for its gorgeous panel. That said, its improved screen comes at a big downside. MacBook Air with MOM review. Audio. Turning on Rage Against the Machine's Bulls on Parade, I noted how the MacBook Air stereo speakers get loud enough to fill my pretty large living room with sweet sound. MacBook Air with MOM review. Software and iOS apps. You probably noticed that we used a number of programs designed for Intel processors to test and benchmark the MacBook Air. These applications cannot be run natively on the Apple MOM chip or any future Apple Silicon. Thankfully, Rosetta 2, Apple's tool for translating applications to run smoothly, is available and does this upon installation, allowing those applications to function without interruption, so that the MOM Macs can perform to their full potential. Hopefully, developers will make universal versions of these applications sooner rather than later. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any queries or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.